First off, rest in peace to Kentaro Miura, the author of, I was gonna say Berserk. Am I saying it right? Berserk. Rest in peace to that man, because what he did, what he created, that stuff was giving me stress. Okay, I felt like I had to start smoking, you know, that type of shit. Because what this man did, crazy, crazy but good, gruesome, sad, everything. Makes you think about life. So yep, today's video is based on Berserk, specifically on the first two arcs, the Black Swordsman arc and the Golden Age arc. Tough arcs to read, to digest the information that you're receiving. My God, that's just tough as hell. I think this story manga is basically out here just trying to show y'all like life sucks, okay? But there are other people and their life sucks even worse, okay? Since birth, you're doomed. Some people, like, bro, this nigga, this man, Guts, was cursed since birth, okay? He just can't avoid it. He just can't avoid it. It's not fair. Hence, life isn't fair. But I don't know if anybody could ever go through something like this and come out alive. So far, mines are still alive. I don't think he'll die. But that's my opinion, okay? So I want to talk about a few things that, like, I guess stuck out to me. This isn't like some in-depth shit. These are just the things that have been sticking to my head. And I just feel like I should let it out because why not? What the heck? I kind of look at this story as like it's basically like an epic. Now, what is an epic? Let me look back to see what the hell that is. An epic. An epic. Literary epic. Yeah. Literary epic. Yeah, the ancient Greek Odyssey, Iliad, and all that shit. I feel like this shit can fit in there, man. So an epic, this is a Wikipedia thing, okay? Originating before the invention of writing, primary epics such as those of Homer were comprised of bards, who used complex rhetorical and metrical schemes by which they could memorize the epic as received. What am I reading? Okay. So an epic is basically a genre, right? A genre narrative defined by heroic or legendary adventures presented in a long format. Yeah, I consider this to be maybe, possibly, could be, I'm not done reading, an epic because, hello, there's a lot going on. This man's on like a crazy journey. And it's just like a lot, okay? There's a lot going on, a lot of themes. Fate and destiny, the human condition, like emotions and shit. What else? Sacrifice, betrayal, vengeance, desires. It's a lot. And in the first two arcs, you're just like overwhelmed. But it's good. I forgot to say hi, I'm DanielleO. Thanks for clicking this video. So yeah, here I am saying it. Hey. And enjoy the video. Bye. I don't know how people have read this and not felt like it's good. You know, I don't think there's anybody out there. I mean, if there is, then you have a problem if you don't find this crazy. You don't find this as a good story. Stress. The first theme I wanted to talk about that I felt was like very prominent in this whole thing, well, they mentioned a lot of times was like fate and destiny. And you know, back in school, you would read about like Shakespeare and stuff, and they talk about that shit sometimes. When you think about it in terms of Berserk, like, damn. Reminder of what fate and destiny is, okay? So fate is the events that will necessarily happen to a particular person or thing in the future. That's fate. No, that's destiny, my bad. That's destiny. Like, oh, I'm destined to be great basketballer. I don't know. I'm destined to be a GOAT, whatever. Not like a legit GOAT, like greatest of all time, a GOAT. And then you have fate, which is the development of events beyond a person's control, regarded as determined by supernatural power. some sort of thing has your life, like your life plan is written. You're kind of just going with the flow of it. You don't even realize you're going through it, but it's already there. Other people know what going, and you're just on that same path, doing what you're predestined, predetermined to do. Does that make sense? Like, damn. Everything is pretty much like planned out by whatever crazy spiritual demon or god with a small g. Like, they got this shit planned out already. They're like, we're gonna have about 5 demon kings. It'll be this one, and he'll come around in year like 2000 AD, whatever, and then we'll have this one come in at like, wait, which one comes first? I don't even know the year, how to pronounce, or like how to distinguish between like the past and all the years, how they did it. I don't freaking know. Like BC, BCE, whatever. Either way, they had all these demon gods coming in at certain parts, right? And now we have the last one, Griffith, being the demon god, the last demon god to come in. He wanted to rule a kingdom, whatever, be a king. And here, so it's weird because, like, he knew he wanted to do this, but he's like, I'm gonna get to it any way I can, whatever, whatever. Meanwhile, in the background, people are like, yeah, you're gonna be a king, you're gonna be a king of the demons, and causing a ruckus, and fucking, killing people, sacrificing your friends, which leads me into this next theme. Well, that's actually my third theme I want to talk about, but I'll switch the order. Okay? Sacrifice, betrayal, vengeance. Oh my god. This was a lot. There was a lot of BS. Okay, but it's not only Griffith that did the sacrifice thing, you know what I'm saying? There's other people that, sacrifice their loved ones for a little bit of power. Like, what's the obsession with power? That's even another theme we're talking about. Am I gonna go in order anymore? No, let's forget it. Throw it up in the air. Everybody's obsession with like being on top. Like, what's with that? I want to be on top. I want to be the ruler of this village, this country, this town. Why? Stop. Yeah, okay, little leader here and there, but like, to sacrifice your people just to be like on top, get everything you, I guess, want, like material things. Like, what? You're stripping yourself of your humanity, like your emotion. This is your emotions. Like, what makes you human is pretty much your emotions. Because if you don't have like the emotions that make you, love somebody or like be kind and all that shit, then you're a demon. Anyways, this whole thing with like even like emotions and even with like the main character's name is Guts. What an odd name. He's been cursed since birth. But yeah. Even with him, like, he's looking for like an emotional relationship with his like father figure. He wasn't getting that. Later on growing up, he was kind of like reserved, didn't want to show nobody no emotions. Meanwhile, deep down you're like, yo, these are my mans, these are my brethren, like these are my boys. But he didn't want to show it, and then he's always leaving when the time you shouldn't be leaving. But I mean, he's kind of on his own journey, so he's kind of like doing his own thing. So he's like pretty independent. So I could understand being independent, leaving on your own, do whatever you want. But it's like he didn't recognize that, like, bro, these are my mans, like these are my friends, like they care for me, I care for them, low key, but I don't want to say it. You know what I mean? Until like after when shit goes down, okay. And I still feel like he's a little bit responsible. So I kind of feel like he's a little bit responsible for Griffith, turning into what he turned into. But I don't want to put the blame on him really because, like, bro, he's on his own journey. And Griffith, you were weak. High key. Like, really, you let this man just like dictate your life? You were climbing on up. And then you're like, oh my god, this man's gonna leave me. And then you're like, I'm gonna go spiral down, do some dumb shit. But then it kind of comes back to the whole thing about fate, right? You have Mr. Guts, who has an influence on him, right? So if he never showed up in his life, would he have been like affected by somebody like that? I don't think so. I don't think anybody else could have made him feel the way he felt the same way Guts did. So I don't know, was he in love with Guts? Or was it just like, oh, this is my bestie, like you my soulmate, bestie style type of thing? Or was he you know. Maybe. Who knows? Like, I mean, I guess the author would know, but or then again, unless they like kind of mention it later on in the next few arcs, but I ain't there yet. But I'll get there eventually. But I kind of don't want to get there because then that means I'm done, and the author, rest in peace, or and he's gone, and who's gonna finish it? Will they finish it? Is it right to finish the story? I don't know. Moving on. I wanted to talk about like people's desires and like their dreams. Like, it's crazy how like, people have people always like, oh, if you have a dream, like don't give up on it, blah blah blah, keep working hard, blah 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 blah. Everybody has dreams. And it's like sometimes, that's the only thing that gets people going. And it's crazy how like the band of the Hawks, like almost everybody kind of had their own dreams, their own plans to do something, right? But they were kind of all just rallied around Griffith's dreams. Like, but why? Why were y'all all like all about Griffith? Like, yeah, sure, he was mesmerizing, I guess, to them, charismatic, and he was like a leader that everybody wanted to be around. So I understand that. But look what he did to y'all for his dream. Look what he did. Y'all gone. And that's quite unfortunate. Yeah, dreams are when people, I guess, they only like have their dreams. They're literally just like it's crazy how that can just be like your own like the singular driving force of you doing what you want to do. Like I have a dream, I want to, or somebody else's dream is just like driving you to do, like to follow them. Like what? I need to reevaluate my life and see if I'm doing dumb shit like that. Excuse me, because hopefully not. Because that's kind of goofy. Like live for yourself. I mean, your family and friends or whatever, but like deep down, like live for yourself. Ugh. Get what you want no matter what. Yeah, that's something that I think it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want, but it's like at what cost? And that kind of comes back to like sacrifice and betrayal. It's like, people want to do certain things, and then it's like they might have like a one track mind on how to get to where they want to be, but it's like, what are you gonna have to do to get there? Whose toes are you gonna step on? Should you care that you're stepping on people's toes? I mean, it's an evil world we live in the wise words of Mr. Future. But still, like I think that's what kind of comes back to being like, like a regular, not a regular human, but like a person who's in tune with their emotions and understands other people and wants to be a good person at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like deep down we're all demons on the low. The only thing that keeps us from not being so demonic is like the good emotions that we have and like not wanting to be a terrible person. There's a lot of demons in this shit, okay? Pretty much every bad person. This is how I saw it. All the demons and all the bad guys in this story were all like selfish. But I don't want that to be taken all the way negative because I don't think they all started off selfish. They all started off one way. Something triggered them, and then they turned into a selfish or self-centered person. But I feel like in order for them to turn into that, they had to let go of what makes them a nice person or like what made them be in tune with humanity and everybody else around them. So I don't know. All these niggas was on demon time. They were like, you know what? We're gonna be on demon time. We're gonna like disregard everybody else, and we're just gonna do whatever the fuck we want. I think that's what it was. Griffith talks about faith, and he's obsessed with what is already planned for him and set in motion, even though he doesn't know who is in charge of that. I think that's kind of scary, low key. It's almost like the puppet, like you're a puppet, right? And someone's controlling your life. Like, isn't that scary? Ain't that weird? It can go left, it can go right, it can go upside down. What? I I'd rather fate. It's kind of scary because you don't know. I think it's kind of crazy how much Kentaro Miura put in all these like people characters that have like disgusting perversions. But I feel like this book is pretty much like a reflection on like the real world. Like obviously, oh yeah, it's if you don't know already, it's set in like the medieval times. So there's a lot of wild things happening. And there's a lot of wars, a lot of RAPE, assaults here and there. It's a pretty gruesome book or manga. I mean, I would have like, maybe could have kept some of those scenes, maybe like not have drawn them, but it is what it is. You read it. Kind of skipped through them quickly. It was just like, let me just read the bubbles with the words and just scroll on by because some of that shit was pretty graphic, pretty disgusting. So some of y'all might be triggered if you ever decide on reading it. There's a lot of sexual violence, so watch out for that. A lot of parts in this where it was very like all about society and class and all this bullshit, people being entitled, like, oh my god, how dare he try to rise up in the ranks, like, stay in your class, like, can we let go of that? People are still doing that today. My tribe is better than your tribe, you are beneath me, your family's scum, blah blah blah, whatever. Let it go. At the end of the day, we all bleed the same, unless you have a condition that doesn't let you bleed properly. But there's really no point to it if you think about it, because once you're dead, you're dead. And where are you going with your society and your class? Are you going upstairs and you're gonna feel like, oh my god, down below I was a king or queen, or I had some high status, I was high class, whatever, and were you a good person? Well, it depends on how you look at life and how you see like where we end up, so everybody's different. But in terms of this right now, I think people need to cut that shit out. Like this class war that we're pretty much going through right now, let it go. People are entitled. People are sick. People are obsessed with society and class, like moving up the ranks. Why? At the end of the day, as long as you have enough food to eat, a roof over your head, like, hello. People have crazy desires and dreams that push them to do crazy shit like kill their friends or turn their backs on their friends or just do the worst. The poster boy for that type of bullshit, Mr. Griffith. Fucking demon. I hate his guts. Oh my god. If you know, you know, okay? When he was like violating somebody. When he was violating, disrespecting. Oh my gosh, getting a little teary eyed because that was fucking brutal. I feel like I should start smoking for real. Is how people smoke? I don't know. I don't smoke, so I don't know how this shit works, to be honest. I don't know. Anyways, the human condition, emotions. Okay, I'm saying human condition. I'm just talking about emotions. But let me just take a quick look at what human condition is like. And basically anything that makes us human, honestly, emotions, aspirations, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so I guess even dreams and desires falls into the human condition. But still, this is a good manga, okay? If you can get past the gore, the gruesome, the perversions, the violence, the assaults that happen, if you can get past that, you will be fine. Can't wait to finish it, but I don't want to though. Anyways, I'm wearing all black, rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. Maybe I'll do another video with one of these, talking about this shit and be like, what the fuck is going on? Trying to make sense of things, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think this is a pretty good book that basically it's almost like a Black Mirror thing, putting up a mirror against the world. Be like, y'all are sick motherfuckers. Y'all do anything to get what you want. Betray your own family. Y'all will accept the bad for a little gratification. Never forget, just know Griffith's emaciate. He's a sick son of a bitch. Good character, but a sick character at that. This is going to be the end of my video for Berserk, specifically the, what arcs am I talking about? The first two arcs, okay? The Black Swordsman and the Golden Age arc. Thanks for watching the video. If you agree with anything I had to say, go in the comments, but don't be spoiling nothing. But hopefully, by the time I actually drop this video, I'll have read more into the manga, and nothing will surprise me, okay? But if you want to talk some more themes, topics, something that maybe you've always wanted to talk about, or something that you hated in the story, hit me up at IamDanielleO. Subscribe. Guess I should have mentioned that at the beginning. Maybe I'll do more of these. If you like this, I'll do more of these because shit, it's good to talk shit out because then you start to like make sense of other things. If you can handle it, read it. If you can't handle it, stay away. Stay away. Even the anime, bro. I was like, why are they still showing this? I had to cover my eyes sometimes. I was like, but I already seen it too. So it's like me covering my eyes. Like, what do you? So thanks for watching my video. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you want with this video. Marbles are good. Just a quick little thing. That beheaded little egg. Listen, I like eggs, okay? But now looking at that shit, I'm kind of scared. I cannot look at an egg the same, knowing that that egg brought so much chaos, drama. It produced a demon king and other demons. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna go now. Ciao. Bye, 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 bye.